Hey guys, thanks for checking out the Film Geek. This just so happens to be the beginning of the week of Thanksgiving. Now, this is, of course, 2020, so things are a lot different this year. So a lot of families aren't able to get together in big numbers like they have in a lot of other years, myself included. This will be the first Thanksgiving that I've ever celebrated without my parents. Now, yes, there's been Thanksgivings where certain sisters of mine, haven't been able to make it or something of that sort, but I have always spent Thanksgiving with both of my parents. So this is going to be a little different. Charming Amy and I are just going to be celebrating here by ourselves, but we are still going to enjoy all the fixins of Thanksgiving. Now, this brings me to my theme for this week. Okay, so with so many families that aren't going to be able to get together this year to celebrate Thanksgiving, I decided to put together a week of movies about family get-togethers you don't want to be a part of. So today I'm kicking things off with the 2011 film, You're Next.
So Tyreek, what do you do?
I'm a filmmaker.
Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, he's really good.
I don't think I know any filmmakers. That is
Exotic.
There's not a lot of us out there.
interesting.
Well, I've only made.
TV?
I've not on TV. I've only made one documentary. It was at the Cleveland Underground Film Festival, 2008.
What is an underground film festival? Do they show them movies underground?
No. They show them above ground, but they.
You're Next is the story of a wealthy family that decide to get together for their parents' 35th wedding anniversary at their summer home in the middle of kind of nowhere. Now, while they're there, wouldn't you know it, their home gets invaded. Yep, this is a home invasion horror movie. But hey, just wait, because things aren't what they seem. This movie has a great twist in it, and I'm not going to spoil it for you. But this is not your typical home invasion film. You're Next premiered in 2011 at Midnight Madness at the Toronto International Film Festival, where it was picked up by Lionsgate Films. Even though the film played subsequently at other film festivals, it wasn't given a wide release until 2013. You're Next is considered to be part of a subgenre of horror known as mumblegore. Mumblegore are independent horror films that rely upon dialogue, low-budget aesthetics, and interpersonal relationships to develop the stories. Some examples of mumblegore would be 2014's Creep, 2008's Baghead, and 2012's VHS. Alright, so what are the things that I liked about this movie? Number one, it has great suspense. This movie does a great job of keeping you on the edge of your seat. That also brings me to the fact that it has some really great jump scares. I also really enjoy the kills in this, not just because they're over the top and all, it's because they take a bit more of a realistic approach. In most horror movies with a slasher or somebody, you get hit in the head with an axe and it just comes right out of their head. Well, that's not how it works in real life, okay? You hit it, it's stuck. Alright, the axe gets stuck in the head, so they gotta, yank it out or something like that, or just leave the weapon behind. So I really liked that they did have cool kills, but they were also grounded more in reality. One of the things about this movie that really sets it apart from the home invasion genre is the third act of this film. The entire tone of the film changes, the mood, everything. So what seems to be a typical home invasion film with a subtle twist turns into something completely different right around the third act. So the movie does get a little bit of a slow point right there in the second act, but man, when the third picks up, it goes bonkers. It's really where the movie shines. Okay guys, that brings us again to an end of one of the Film Geek videos. Thanks again for checking me out. If you liked what you saw here today, don't forget to hit that like, ring that bell for notifications, and as I always like to say folks, keep watching movies. You know I'm gonna.